Yeah. We back.
Black way. I might tear up if I give you the clear cut. All I've been doing, all that they can tell me do is cheer up. I heard bro name popped up in some paperwork. He got a lot of smut on his rep. He got a clear.
Can you hear me out there, y'all?
Like I got on some earmuffs. I been school, grab a seat and pull a chair.
Do I sound better, y'all?
No chopstick with the hair switch. We be thugging in the project more than the Blair Witch. All of these carrots in my Rollo Dolo on the block. While you roll around with 20 niggas like a scared bitch. Pussy nigga know my body, I got framework. Type of nigga get a nigga whole game work.
It's a paperwork party.
Shout
out to my Dallas niggas, Ratchet TV.
They ride for your game membership.
Detective culture.
Be them same fake lame niggas that don't ever Brody got it on him.
And he gon' crash all the way out.
And he gon' crash all the way out. I'm Phil Jack, I just caught a play out. Yeah, this shit was on bad before I saw it play out. Doing the hokey pokey, I put one foot in, the other foot he had it all the way out. Big stuff, he had it all the way out. Hey. I'm stuck in this shit. Plug hit me with a bad bash, now I'm stuck with this shit. Drum roller, get the kickin', ain't no Jackie Chan. AR autograph, a nigga block up, I crack it fan. Leave a spiffy in his casket, Gucci dapper then. Heard them niggas won't smoke with blocks, we can match a gram. I have a band for this chop, boy, they half up. Let off half a clip, came back and spin after we stabbed up. Down truly in my ghetto, we who got the strength. Playing both sides against the middle, niggas not exempt. And shit, all only way that I know how to vent. None of your niggas not killers, they just got attempts. I make this shit look easier than robbing dick. 80K in my left pocket, left a wallet brick. See my first brick of cane in the trap with Tino. Double coffee cup full of drink, this ain't no cappuccino. It's only us. If I don't got it on me, then Brody got it on him. And he gon' crash all the way out. And he gon' crash all the way out.
Shout out to Tariq Nasheed, Simple to P.
Yeah, shit was all bad before I saw it play out.
They live right now. I wish I could be watching they live, but I gotta do my thing, y'all. I gotta do my thing, y'all. I gotta do my thing, y'all. I told you niggas, man. I told you niggas, man.
Every time that I get out, they put me right back in.
Every time I get out, they pull me right back in. Every time I get out, they pull me right back in. Hold the fuck up, nigga. Let's prepare. One more time while we prepare for y'all niggas, man. Let me know if the mic too loud, man. www.TheGhoulComics.com, nigga, TGC. You know, Flea. Let's go.
I heard bro name popped up in some paperwork. He got a lot of smut on his rep. He got to clear up.
Do you got smut on your rep, Mr. Godoy?
I been school, grab a seat and pull a chair up. Fully auto chopstick with the hair switch. We be thugging in the project more than the Blair Witch.
Come on!
Rollo Dolo on the block while you roll around with 20 niggas like a scared bitch.
Foundation Black Americans, we here.
Type of nigga get a nigga whole game work. Give a fuck about the narcs or the blue and whites. Only worry about them undercovers
with the plain shirts.
They ride for your game membership. Rappers that be them same fake lame niggas that don't ever step.
Yeah.
Brody got it on him.
And he gon' crash all the way out.
And he gon' crash all the way out.
I'm Phil Jack. I just call a play out, nigga. Fuck you mean, nigga. I'm Phil Jackson. I just call a play out, nigga. Yeah, we fucking here, nigga. We motherfucking here. I ain't playing with him no more, man. We ain't playing with him. Fuck you talking about, man. What we not gonna do is play with him no more. That's what we not gonna do. Yeah, you see it. 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 100% funded. 51 hours to go. Shout out to the motherfucking Lokes and the bros. You feel me? Like, nigga, you see it. You see it. You motherfucking see it, man. Like, I know a lot of y'all wanted me to fail, man. Shout out to Kickstarter, .com and all that. Or the Kickstarter app. You know, I just read that they actually, I believe they're more like a philanthropic company or whatever. You know, I think like they kind of like their company pledge and all that is to basically be like a place to like help creators and help artists and stuff like that. And honestly, I could get behind that. So I will definitely, you know, even though I'm gonna start using Indiegogo as well, because I see like a lot of people don't like just signing up for this app, but Kickstarter is a great like comic community based kind of application and stuff like that. So I do want to stick with that. Thank you to all the people that donated to the campaign. We are 51 hours away from being successful. Stokey, the first Maroon City detective, you know, the first FBA/ADO superhero in American comics. Yes, we are putting that stamp on that. I have created the first FBA ADOS character that will be released on Juneteenth. I believe this will be like the first federally celebrated year that Juneteenth is celebrated, I guess, right? Maybe not. Maybe it was last year. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into it, y'all. So recently, it's been some allegations about Black SANDS. Niggas is speaking, putting a lot of smart on his brother name. So let's just get into let's let the female get into what her gripes about him is.
Black SANDS Entertainment is the first Black comic studio or company, but the CEO. Yikes. Anyways, long story short, Manuel, the owner of Black SANDS, which I will be calling BSE for short, is an arrogant asshole, to put it short.
Black SANDS is no different than Marvel and DC, which overshadows smaller Black creators.
First of all, I had no clue that I was no different from Marvel and DC. I guess I got an upgrade. But let me tell you a story about promoting indies. Before I was a full-time publisher, I used to promote people all the time. And the unusual thing would happen. My rivals, the other publishers out there, they used to pick off all the people that I boosted. I get them thousands of followers on Instagram, and then suddenly they get a publishing deal with a rival. So after a while, I realized that my word actually mattered in this space, and I need to stop using it so frequently. Now, do I still promote people? Absolutely. I'll share their stuff into my story.
I ain't gonna lie, that sound like hate. But I actually did reach out to Black SANDS, the app, and the response kind of let me know like it was a no, but it was a professional response. So you know what I mean. I'll take that one on the chin. But you know, it's kind of funny because once people get in a position of power and they feel like they winning, and when I had asked that question, he was Manu Godoy was, you know, he was riding a wave. You know, he was off the Breakfast Club interview, the Shark Tank thing, like. He was going up, but what goes up must come down, and life just always go back around. And right now, you know, he's under some scrutiny. He was on live, like I'm talking about. As soon as I got funded, he literally went live and was speaking about the situation. I'm like, I never even knew none of this, so I had to go look into it. As I'm pretty sure a lot of other people will go looking into it. So, you know. Unfortunately, Manu Godoy's a beta male who's not like in control of his emotions, and as much as he wants to play nerd gangster online, you know, and basically be like this fake version of me, it's not gonna work out properly because you're really not ready for these type of wars. You know what I'm saying? You're just not. You're just not. You're just not. Let's get into it though.
Breeze every now and then on Instagram. And since most of the titles on the BSP Comics apps I don't even own, I licensed them and actually paid them to put it on there. I feel like I'm kind of a philanthropist.
And the funny thing about him, he's a light-skinned Nigerian, I believe.
But if I don't personally endorse every single Black creator, it's either the quality isn't there, or the mindset isn't.
What? Child. Anyway, so he pretty much goes around on TikTok finding videos of people that try to give him critiques about his work and blast them on social media for everyone to see. That can include haters, fans, supporters, investors, and consumers of his own work. Now, was I a follower?
We all was. We all was at one point. Until we realized this nigga's a whole
not really.
goofy.
But it is pretty impressive how big he has gotten throughout the 5 years that he started his company. But today we are going to be going over multiple segments. How the argument first started between me and him, how his behavior is, how creators of the black community feel about him, and going over critiques that I gave on the app and to explain why I said what I said. So just sit back, relax, and grab a snack. And let's get right into the drama. If many of you follow him, you have been lied to and told half of the story. On Sunday, Manuel has made yet another video responding to someone who has been giving him a critique on his work yet again. Instead of being a reasonable person and taking the advice to grow his company, or maybe ignoring it, he decided to attack that person. Not once, but twice. The person even said that they were a fan of his, and he still attacked them. At first, I decided to leave a comment on his page, but that just wasn't good enough for little old me. I wrote a whole paragraphs to him. You know those paragraphs that you see on a man's phone, and then you wonder, damn, what the hell did you do? Anyways, I said this. And of course, some of this is paraphrasing because I'm fixing some of the spelling errors, but I'll also put the screenshots on the scene so that you can see exactly what I said. It doesn't matter if you are the #1 comic on the platform. A critique is a critique. Many people have tried helping you by giving you advice to help Black Sands grow as a whole. But instead of taking that criticism, you asked your audience to write false reviews for you to give you a better score in the app stores. Truth be told, as a comic connoisseur and a comic artist myself, I would never want to post my work on your app. 1, because of the way that you act online. I don't want to be associated with that. And 2, your app is not friendly for every genre of comics. It's just a gigantic showcase for your comic. If you wanted to build an app for people to read your comic and your...
Yo, that is motherfucking true.
Hi,
God
I'm
damn it.
From Sandy
I fucked it up.
I know this is...
CEO or company, but the CEO. But today we are going to send and taking the advice to you. Anyways, I am taking that criticism or others that you pay. I couldn't even only congratulations for your comic. If you wanted to build just a gigantic showcase for your comic. If you want
now that right there is so true. That right there is so true. Oh my god, that is so true. Oh my god. And then what he's trying to do is like take other people's fan bases and use it to like grow his fan base. It's like it's a real like capitalistic pig type of mentality, like, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Bandman Kevo, man, but some of Bandman Kevo's like, you know, things that he say and stuff like that is... Was that me? Or was that the motherfucking heater? I don't know, my fault. But anyway, some of motherfucking Bandman Kevo's motherfucking takes is, you know, you kind of like look like what you are on the inside, basically, right? So like if you're kind of like fat and gluttonous on the outside, you know, you're probably like a gluttonous person on the inside. And just look at that picture on the sideline, like, come on, that's look like
to build an app for people
you
to
look a
read
little
your
greedy,
comic
man.
and yours only. Congratulations, you've done a good job. I shouldn't have to be forced to read your comic to check out your wife's work or others that you pay. I couldn't even find the indie comics. That's how bad the interface is. Your top comic competitor is Webtoon. The fact that none of your investors or fans have had the balls to tell you that to your face is just to show that there are plenty of snakes around you. Honestly, the person is right about the
and
marketing.
that's a fact.
If you would instead market and convince more Black artists and/or writers to join your community and make the interface better and gear it towards everyone, because I feel like I'm playing Tomb Raider when I'm playing the game, then Black Sands would be growing a lot more as a community/company. You are the only one growing. Shoot, even the people you are paying have their comics on your app are not growing as much as you are. Even your own wife's comic, which I love, isn't getting as much attention as it deserves because you are the face of it all. Black community, my ass. You are just using Black artists and writers to build yourself up higher on the platform.
That's that Nigerian mindset.
If you do, you'll most likely make a video about it, which will prove my point. Now, was I a little harsh? Maybe. But to me, no, not really. But, you know, instead of acting like a grown man, he instead decided to act like a clown.
clown? He's a clown? Why didn't I see it before?
He posted what I said in the DMs a couple of days later to his Instagram, and people did not take that well. Don't worry, majority of the people under his comments actually agreed with me. But he called me a bedwench. Now, if you are in your 20s to 30s or not racist at all, you may not know what that means, so I'll just leave a screenshot on the screen for you. Oh.
And let's be clear, right? And you know, and this is the problem with people like this. Emmanuel, he's a Nigerian, he's an immigrant, he's a black immigrant. The term bedwench is a term that was popularized by Tariq Nasheed. It was brought back into the spotlight by Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed is a pro-black, FBA representative. He's all for black reparations. And he gave that term to a girl named Cynthia G. She's from the Divesta community. These are basically black girls that do not deal with black men. Do not deal with black men. So he gave them the term bedwench to say, like, no white man is going to ever really, like, take you as seriously as a black man would, just based on the foundation of white supremacy that your relationship is founded upon. Being that, Cynthia G lives and resides in North America. So Emmanuel Godoy using this term is out of context, way out of pocket, and I'm not sure who this young lady dates or whatever the case may be. It says black community commentator. I'm guessing this sister's probably FBA, you know what I mean? Or maybe she might be immigrant too, who the heck knows? But, to call her a bedwench or whatever the case may be, when she didn't speak to you about a relationship, she's speaking to you about comics and stuff like that, it's kind of like, it's corny. That's it's corny, it's uncalled for, and, unfortunately, Instagram could be a very delusional place, and I'm glad that he posted that, and the comments revealed that he was actually wrong, and that maybe just that word in itself just rubbed people the wrong way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 of his investors came to me that have white spouses and said that they will no longer be supporting you, sir. So, if you see this video, you just literally lost 13 of your investors for acting like an asshole. Congratulations! Moving forward, of course I wanted to defend myself, and a couple of my friends that had decided to defend me as well once they found out about the post. His wife even commented under my post trying to defend her husband.
This is your man.
Yeah.
Look at the screen. And that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm gonna stick this out.
That's love. I like that.
Do you know what the next thing that he decided to do was after he got called out?
Shout out to Steve.
He deleted the Instagram post and made not one, but two freaking videos, TikToks about me. Now, as a 20-year-old to get under a man way into his 30s, that's honestly hilarious to me. Like, sir, go raise your children. Anyways, my main point of saying this is to defend myself. He tried to create a false narrative.
But just to be fair, after 18, it's like all is fear and love and war. After 18, you're an adult. So he could be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. If your ass step up, you could get beat the fuck down. You heard. I want to say you dig, like Marquette.
That would save him. In fact, it did.
Listen, I'm trying to find my YouTube voice, man. I'm
still
still a couple niggas
flows.
But in the streets, best believe
he
I ain't
acts
talking
like
like
he
a
didn't
motherfucking
just post the
YouTube.
screenshots of our conversation and people didn't just see what he just said.
So I recently blocked somebody on Instagram because they kept trying to tell me how to run my business.
No one told you how to run your business. I was telling you how shitty your business is. It was advice. You can take it if you want to. But if you are going to say that you are creating a business to help not only the black artists to get into an industry where we are already scarce, but also try to build something for the black community, wouldn't it be better if the black community, helped you? We helped you get to the top, didn't we? You raised almost $1 million per project alone. That's the black community helping you. You can't just accept people's help, then slap their hand because you didn't want that type of help.
You see, because this sister, unfortunately, she may not understand these type of people. These people are posers. And this is why Tariq Nasheed speaks so lowly of the black immigrant. Because they come up here and they rape and pillage and steal from our culture, and then spit in our face and disrespect us in the cabs, and you know what I'm saying, and call us akatas and all this. So that's just, it's like, it's almost like this I'm better than you mindset, and it comes across in every which way. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, you know, man, Godoy is gonna have to have a real come to Jesus moment, because that's not cool. That's not cool. But this is just one video. We're gonna do this for a minute. We're gonna be here for a minute, guys.
Help is help, and your company seriously needs help. Your online presence can make your company fail. How have you not realized that yet?
They were talking about my wife for some reason, trying to insult her, saying that I was kind of abusing her by being so popular. It was weird.
Sir, that was not what I said. And the fact that he said that I said that he abuses his wife by being popular, this man clearly cannot read. Abuse is a very strong word to use. Here is the exact words that I had said, and I will again put the screenshots on the screen. I shouldn't have to be forced to read your comic to check out your wife's work, or others that you pay. The other sentence that had included his wife was, even the people you are paying to have their comics on your app are not growing as much as you. Shoot, even your own wife's comic, which I love, is not getting as much attention as it deserves because you are the face of it all. As you can clearly see, I never said anything about him abusing his wife. That was just a complete lie.
Right? And people started saying, wait, we shouldn't be talking about other black creators. We shouldn't be tearing each other down. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't come at me with disrespect, all right?
Side rant. Now, I agree with this to a certain extent. Just because someone is black does not mean that that shields them from criticism or hate. That's why R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and other black men have gotten away with so many things that they did. We have to stop turning a blind eye to what people are doing. Being black does not excuse your behavior. Now, I can admit I was a little disrespectful, but come on. He knew he was wrong when people didn't agree with him in the comments. Do you know how many DMs I got from people that said that they agree with me and tried to help you, only for you to just block them because he was upset? This man really needs to grow the fuck up. This is not high school where people have to pick one side or the other. This is just straight childish at this point.
I've been doing this way too long to be disrespected by people who don't have a little bit of success, all right?
So he's basically saying that because he is successful, he is immune to criticism unless it's coming from someone that he believes is successful in his own ideology. Yeesh. Regardless of what he thinks is successful, that still doesn't excuse his behavior. I don't need $1 million to tell someone that their app is shit. Sorry, not sorry, but his app is hot garbage. I feel like I'm playing Tomb Raider when I'm trying to read comics. And guess what? It's just my opinion. Why is he so pressed over my opinion on what he does?
I've been doing this for 5 years, $2 million in lifetime sales. I've done a ridiculous amount of stuff.
Again, this man is in his 30s. I'm sorry to keep pausing the video, but does this man really think that 5 years is a long-ass time? He's in his 30s, so his lifetime must feel like an eternity to him. Shoot, lawyers, doctors, nurses, and therapists attend school longer than he has been doing comics. And again, this man loves to brag about what he has achieved, but wants to claim that he is humble. Again, yikes.
And to have somebody tell me how to run my business is freaking crazy, especially when they come with that awesome passive-aggressive bullshit.
Me coming at you in the DMs is not passive-aggressive. And what I said about your app company and your behavior is not bullshit. What I said was my opinion, and it's a popular opinion amongst the black community. I was just the first artist to come to you and tell you how it is.
Why you trying to be disrespectful? That makes no sense.
I'm not the first person that you made a video on, but I'm the first person to get a post and 2 videos. So what I said about his company must have hurt his feelings. He spoke about and harassed a number of people. That's what majority of his timeline literally consists of on TikTok.
So you don't come to me the right way, I'm gonna block you, straight up. I'm not even gonna wait. I'm just gonna block you, and I'm gonna be very disrespectful too, because I don't need you. I don't need your disrespect. I know my fans, I know what I need to do for them, and I don't care about your feelings.
Bro, if you didn't care about my feelings, you wouldn't have made so many posts and videos about it. 2, your fans feel the same way that I felt. That's why a good majority of them aren't racist agreed with what I said about your company and your app. And then you blocked them. Now, moving on to the second video. The second video is basically him responding to someone that commented on his comments to defend me. So here it is.
You mean these screenshots? You mean like this one right here? Maybe she was honestly critiquing when she said it was fake reviews.
Okay, let me explain that part further. When the app was getting a slew of down ratings, he told his fans to give him positive reviews to give him a better score. Now, I would have the video on me, but I can't find it and quite frankly don't want to go down the rabbit hole of Manuel's videos. But majority of the 1-star reviews are actually honest. The reviews talked about how the app's interface, how difficult it is to navigate through the app, and many more technical difficulties. So the fact that he sent his army to fix his score without him earning it struck a chord in me. Here are some screenshots of the negative reviews I'm talking about on the Apple Store. Even some reviews that have 5 stars are speaking negatively about the app. But me saying fake reviews is so wrong.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! And the best one yet, she calls all my investors cowards.
I didn't call your investors cowards. I called them snakes. Again, he is lying. Here is the definition between the two if you need help. I honestly don't understand how this man has so many fans as he does, even though his Instagram followers doesn't match his count of how many likes and views that he gets per video, but that's none of my business. Anyways, this man is literally someone that tells people to buy into his
A lot of scamming going on. I can smell a little scam.
I don't even have the mindset to really understand that kind of business yet. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't. That's lawyer ideas. Like, hey, in 5 years, how do I make sure that people don't get washed out in some? Like, I don't even know what the language of that kind of conversation goes on. And it's not a problem to have that, right?
But anyways, I'm done roasting this clown. All in all, he took a big fat L. This is a shame because he really is the only big black-owned comic platform. Hopefully
Indie,
someone that is more humble,
blurred,
less arrogant, and less of a child will surpass him and give him a heavy dose of humble the fuck out.
Oh,
Anyway,
yes, it will happen
this is
one
Jimmy's
day.
favorite artist,
Maybe
so
me,
I'm
may
out.
not be me, but it definitely will happen. Because as the blurred community grows, more people shall enter. Shit, I kind of want to watch this right here and see what
I'm
they
always
was
shopping
soaking.
the Rail. They drop over 10,000 new arrivals every day.
We didn't have really much room to expand. Now we have the ability to expand, we have the ability to optimize, and we have the ability to recruit. So the capital is going to be used very well for that. And subscribers, our Patreon community is huge, huge. We probably have the biggest Patreon community. Very important, all right? Because if we don't finish the pilot by the summer, we just don't want to be slow to market, right? We want to be first to market with our thing. Everybody's seen us. Everybody knows how awesome we are, right? And they're going to start copying us. If we don't get...
I could smell a scam. This guy's good.
Yo,
He's good. I can smell a scammer. Oh, I can smell a scammer. I can smell a scam. I could smell a scam, boy.
I don't even have the mindset to really understand that kind of business yet. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't. That's lawyer ideas. Like, hey, in 5 years, how do I make sure that people don't get washed out in some... Like, I don't even know what the language of that...
A lot of people are scared to go against him and shit like that because they feel like he's so black. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just defending that because they feel like, look, he's the comic book Dr. Umar. You see, and people just going to defend that just based on and that it's that false sense of confidence that got him like his chest out.
Kind of conversation goes on, and it's not a problem to have that, right? The main thing is I'm not greedy. I'm not going to do a round every 5 seconds, right? I'm not going to do a round in 6 months, then another round in 6 months. I'm not going to keep doing that. this is the last one, and then I'm gonna do project-based rounds. Like, hey, on the show, hey, buy.
If anybody have like a lot of these like lives and stuff recorded, could y'all like email it to me or like send it to me or something? You know what I'm saying?
Fun BSP.
I'm gonna have to do some digging.
Hey, this product.
I think we got a little investigation to take on. You know what I'm saying? Any investors want to email me, let me know. I'll bring that information out, because this looks like a scam is going on over here.
That, you know what I mean? And that kind of helps, make sure that, people don't get washed out too much or diluted, right? Because I'm not selling any shares in the company for a long time.
Oh, okay. So now I see what the video is talking about. August 11th, he's saying that he's not going to keep asking for money. And then 2 months go by, he runs through whatever cash they gave him, and obviously not hiring no real employees and doing much work or whatever. He does another 2 investment rounds for the November 5th and the 10th and stuff like that. And I guess people feel like this is a little bit shoddy or whatever the case may be, because this is not so much as like a legit, Wall Street kinda like, I mean, I don't know what his paperwork looked like, you know what I'm saying? But I highly doubt that these investors from online, have shares in the company on paper. So I repeat, I doubt that these investors online have shares in the company on paper, right? When you incorporate a company and stuff like that, you get to include over 100 people, like up to 100 people and stuff like that, like 1 share per person, stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure these people are not like, when you go and do the paperwork party. And if y'all want me to do a paperwork party, if this get enough views and people really interested, and I will go do the research, and we will pull up who actually owns these companies and who's invested and stuff like that, because the internet could be a very, very, very predatory place. So now this is the Shark Tank subreddit. You see, because Godoy is obviously protected by his pseudo and I repeat, pseudo blackness. People just see black, they see Egypt, and you strike a chord. That's the hustle. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I never really read one of them Black Sand comic books, but I will. I'm gonna purchase one today or tomorrow, and I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna check it out and see if and see what the storyline is like. See what it's hitting for. I like the artwork. It's pretty cool, but you can't give the game a black eye, because it's comic creators like me trying to come up, and you are the status quo right now for the blurred industry, unfortunately. So when people see you, they see the future of blurred culture, of black animation, and that's not it. It's not. Anyway, let's get into this. Entertainment company, blah 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 blah. So they were speaking about how his Shark Tank thing had all the trappings of like a stage thing, like of a stage production type of thing, right? So I have this somewhere over here. Hold on, let me. So I don't want nothing. I don't want no wild shit to come up. So let's pause this right now. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got this video of someone reacting to the Shark Tank and stuff like that. So maybe on watching the reaction, we could actually see, what took place on the episode.
Hey y'all,
Thanks so much for tuning in to the DIY Entrepreneurs Reaction Show. I'm so glad that you decided to do so. Please go ahead and like the video for us and subscribe to the channel. Will really help us to grow. But we are checking out another Shark Tank pitch, and they have a guest panelist of Mr. Kevin Hart. And he's really been giving some really valuable, insight to the people. And so I'm looking forward to this next pitch with him on the panel. Let's check it out.
Next up is an entertainment company with representation as a mission.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Manuel.
And I'm just.
Is that the other guy that was in that video just now? That more than like that's probably the artist right there. That's probably the artist. That gotta be the artist or something like that. Kevin shook that white nigga hand first. My son had his hand out mad long.
That really wants to pivot and do more things, in the digital space. We saw Kevin with.
Man, listen, I ain't doing all that right there. I just wanted to see it so we can get into this. Interesting that Kevin knows. Actually, I think it's more like Heartbeat gets thousands of scripts each month. Some of the scripts get passed up the chain of command. Most writers might not get their scripts made, but they might even get the jobs rewrite other people's scripts. The animating side, there's tons of post houses that do editing and animation, so I'm sure Hart has relationships with those kinds of places. But having said that, I don't think they showed the exact profitability for them to make that kind of deal, which does give me a super staged vibe, especially with something like indie comics. And we're gonna go back to hallmarks of a stage pitch that Kevin was already involved in. So they're saying that Kevin Hart already did the deal prior to the show, brought the dude on to the show just to give him just some clout, man, just a boost and just to kind of keep the momentum rolling. And I guess maybe that's why Kevin Hart also put him on the Breakfast Club to get that momentum rolling and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart probably really seemed like a star in him, but he just didn't see those other factors being a problem and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't understand how to market blurred culture, geek culture. So from a cool guy's perspective, I could see how you get gassed by that. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't embedded in that community and, had conversations and stuff like that, I would, listen, I was even gassed by it. I wouldn't even lie to you. 2-3 months ago, I was, on that hype train. Black Sands, I want to sign a deal with Black Sands. I want my comic distributed from Black Sands. And then, we started speaking, you know what I'm saying? We started talking contracts and terms and conditions and, this. Listen, I'll take a low end of the stick to keep the, to keep the tribe right, but this shit is just like nigga, what the fuck is this? This shit was worse than a P. Diddy deal, that shit was some real, I don't know, but anyway. Actually, I think Heartbeat gets thousands would be a stretch. Dozens, perhaps, yeah. And that's another thing. People think that these freaking celebrities like Kevin Hart is so important to people, and it's no. Like they said, dozens of scripts, yeah, not thousands. You know what I'm saying? They clipped the show, had 3, I think, static characters just talking. It wasn't very dynamic. Oh, the clip they showed had 3 static characters just talking. That's true. It wasn't really a lot of action sequences and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just great characters and great models and stuff like that. Real animators could see through the gimmick. You get what I'm trying to say? Anybody in the comic book community could see through the gimmick. You get what I'm trying to say? But at the same notion, you got to keep in mind, man. This is Hollywood. You know, this is how the game is played. This is the magic of the system and shit like that. So of course they're gonna bring Black Sands up to the show. That's a diversity moment. You get what I'm trying to say? It gives the fans something to see. You know, it supports the current narrative that you know, that Egyptians was built by black people, in which Egypt was built by black people, whatever the case may be. But that's not something that white America is ready to admit. But you know, they'll play with the little Christopher Columbus, you know, didn't find America type of thing. But they still gonna celebrate Columbus Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, unfortunately, you know, and I don't want to disparage immigrants and nothing like that, but we got to call a spade a spade. Immigrants that come to America, first generation, second generation, they just do not understand the hypocrisy that America's built on. You know what I mean? And it takes them at least 3 generations at minimum to fully finally understand, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Believe none of what they say and half of what you see. And that is really the formula for it. But let's get back into it. The clip they showed had 3, I think, static characters just talking. It wasn't very dynamic, but I believe they said they're selling something that's close to 800,000 worth of comics. So that's not nothing. Not sure that people creating that moderately successful content would appreciate being waved aside and replaced by whoever Kevin partner. That, I believe he said, are worth 30,000. Talking about toys and restaurant tie-ins is getting way ahead of themselves, though. Not sure people creating that moderately successful content. Moderately successful, like 800,000 ain't even no real money. You know what I'm saying? Nigga said moderately successful. That's that big money talk right there. You know what I'm saying? Well, I believe they said there's something like close. Yeah, so I believe they're selling something close to 800,000 worth of comic books, so that's not nothing. Yeah, not sure if they created. Appreciate being waived and replaced by whoever Kevin partner. Oh no, they would get thousands. Trust me. If any possible finance or production company gets swamped with scripts each day, every screenwriter with an agent or connection sending them to every place in the town. I used to do script reading for a small financial company, and we get hundreds of scripts sent each week. Plus, single sourcing a supplier is terrible business. I can't hard announcing as business feels that artists is disposable, should be paid next to nothing seems like a bag strategy for attracting talent. Yeah. Advertising. The camera is doing a crappy job on focusing on TV. Just edit the Black Sands trailer into the show. In the post-production, pretty amateur editing for Shark Tank. This pitch had to be planned by Hart's episode. There's not really a shark who works better with production like this. Oh God, I'm the only one who came here to say that. Obviously had the video and took audio from it. So that was an entirely fake pitch. The IP behind it did not seem special at all. It was generic as fuck, and the animation part they showed was very lame. Yo, what? They is wild on this nigga. I have a few issues of Black Sands comic in my personal library. They are beautiful artwork and tell an interesting story about ancient Egyptian characters going up against extraterrestrial gods and monsters. So they undeniably have some good products to sell. That said, Manuel Godoy, the man behind the whole enterprise, has a ridiculously inflated ego. He wastes a lot of energy mocking and deriding any of his critics, even constructive ones. Most recently, I've seen him call a female critic a bad one. I'm acting like I don't call you bad ones and shit. Now we can be all trying to get political and shit. I'm acting like I don't want to say the word, but I don't want to say that word, and in relation to that sister. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of pause, like you know what I'm saying, like on some F out of here type of stuff. Slurp used I remember in interracial relationships to go out of his way to slander her and mischaracterize her criticism. She also has made a video of the conflict here on YouTube. I've been at the very least uneasy about supporting him ever since. That sound like she made that. Oh, she got 56 upvotes? Shit, let me upvote that too. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Maybe that comes out in due diligence. So after the show, this is going to crash and burn. Someone else with better graphics and more money will come in and bury them. I was shocked they got a deal. Listen, man, anybody get a deal now? A lot of people be pretending, and that's why the real ones be struggling. And this is why we gonna need real ones back in the industry to drown out the fake and get this shit back to where it need to be, so America could be back to where it needs to be on the global scale. This company's gonna crash and burn. So yeah, but you better grab some of that good shit. Yeah, upload that too. I found some aspects of their social media engagement to be a little sus over the years. But that being said, well, everybody keep coming at like they numbers, like they got like mad, like, you know what I mean, mad followers, but like little bit of like likes and, you know. Yeah, I mean, listen, I highly doubt they doing those big numbers that they say they doing. You know what I'm saying? Talking about 300,000 in the bank. That nigga probably got like 15K or some shit like that. But shit, that's still better than me. But shit, I just raised $400 and I'm happy as hell. Fuck you talking about, man? You know. But anyway, I passed some. I found some aspects of their social media engagement to be a little sus over the years. But being that I'm an outsider to the community, is something I thought maybe I didn't understand, or if I did critique those critiques, wouldn't be considered in good faith. Also, kind of confused at how CBR articles report he's made $1 million. He himself has said he made $2 million, but on Shark Tank, he's not asking for more than that. That is true. You know what I'm saying? But CBR is a white it's like a white news source or whatever. So they just gonna try to take his word for it and take him on good faith, and you know, they know they'll double back if, you know what I mean, if it comes out as a lie. So they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They'll put out the motherfucking first shit, make a nigga feel, you know what I'm saying? And no, we gonna double back on this nigga. If this shit turn out to be a scam, we gonna fucking roast this nigga. You know, I ain't gonna lie, you know them white folks. They do that super intelligent roast. Them niggas have you think about life. Them niggas have your ass contemplating for real. Like, damn, I should have changed my decisions. Someone deleted I agree. While I enjoy comics and I'm a big fan, I've seen some questionable comments made by Manuel on social media. I actually unfollowed him because I thought I appreciate because of it though. I appreciate what he's done as a black creator. Huh? Oh, okay. All right, I see. All right. I agree. While I enjoy the comics and I'm a big fan, I've seen some questionable comments made by Manuel on social media. I actually unfollowed him because of it, though. You know what I mean? But I appreciate what he's done as a black creator. I just watched the video, and within it had clips of the BSE, Black Sense Entertainment Management, had posted on their TikTok. He sounds like a stuck-up ass. I think that's who that. That Black Sense Entertainment pitch was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen on this show. Every other entrepreneur gets hammered over revenue execution, and this company shows up with a blatant rip-off of Avatar character. Yo, holy shit. Holy shit, son. You know, hold up. We gotta, come on, we can't let them go. We gotta see this shit. Hold on, let me see something real quick, man. Oh my god. What the fuck, man? These people play too much. Y'all niggas play too. Oh. Nah. Yo. Hold up. I want to go to the. Oh, at least this one look a little bit different, at least, right? And maybe he realized that they was trying to tell him that. What the fuck? What the fuck? Nah, he kind of do got like, it is kind of like an Avatar vibe though. I ain't gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. See, but this right here in the black community, that's one getting niggas hype. You know what I'm saying? Any type of, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit do kind of look like Avatar, though. I am not gonna lie. Yeah, a little son with that baldy. That like, what kid has it? Well, yeah, that they did have baldies in ancient Egypt, right? I guess so. Cause I'm about to say, like, what kid is gonna have a motherfucking baldy though? Like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, why in the hell would a kid have a baldy? Like, I don't really. That is kind of some real Avatar knockoff shit. Like, what the fuck is that? Like a fucking like non-androgynous kid or some shit? Like, what the fuck? Like, like what the fuck is that supposed to? I don't know. That's a little weird right there. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Avatar. The company shows up with a blatant rip-off Avatar characters, walks away with 2 sharks and 500,000. Seems like it was just an excuse for Kevin to flex his creative agency and chops as the CEO. The main character, Asar, isn't really like Aang other than the shaved head, and the storyline in general is not a derivative of Avatar as far as I can tell from what I read in the comic. Let me put it this way. When my daughter was in elementary school and learning about the 10 Commandments, the cartoons the teacher used were better than what I saw in their trailer. Yo, no. What is really good with niggas, man? Yeah, okay. I did kind of look like Prince of Egypt. I am not knocking the culture of Egypt. It is beautiful. I just felt like if you're going to represent your roots, do so in a way that's relatable and can provide education to those who are not informed on the cultural interworking. It is almost an insult. Other characters have been bold. Besides Avatar, check out the app yourself. It's definitely nothing like Avatar. I'm a big fan of Black Sands, and I can confirm that it is not a blatant ripoff of Avatar. The storylines are not remotely similar. They were detached. Like, whose account got deleted? Like this right here. Let me see something real quick. Yo, that might have been Daniel Godoy. And they might have caught on, like, you know what I'm saying? They had 2 accounts, like, track the shit back to his IP and all that, and that's how the shit got deleted. Because even this remark right here, I agree. While I enjoy the comics and I'm a big fan, I've seen some questionable comments made by Manuel on social media. I actually unfollowed him because of it, though. But I appreciate what he's done as a Black creator. And then they come back. I'm a big fan of Black Sands, and I can confirm it is not a blatant ripoff of Avatar. The storylines are not remotely similar. Shit, that actually, if you say it in his voice, you kind of sound like him. Hey, I'm a big fan of Black Sands, and I can confirm that it is not a blatant ripoff of Avatar. The storylines are not remotely similar. They're not remotely similar. No, not remotely. They were detached from historical settings. I'm going to put everyone from the Middle East into it. We got Spartans and Minoans. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of tripping when he said that shit too, but I'm like, let me shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And then they got a motherfucking GED. You know, Nigerians, they be smart. Education. You must get your education. I'm not even sure where to start with this guy. He needs a basic history and geography class badly. Not sure why he would think to take over. Why would you want to take over non-Black and brown history instead of actually highlighting and telling Black and brown stories? They were detached from stories. I don't know what to solve with this guy. He needs a base history and geography class badly. Not sure why you would want to take over non-Black and brown history instead of actually highlighting and telling Black and brown stories. Well, Egypt is Black history. But like I said, you know, the world's really not ready to accept that as of yet. So you can't expect, you know what I'm saying? You got to expect pushback like that. You get what I'm trying to say? So but that shit is still funny because I don't know where the Spartans and Minoans and all that shit come from either. Like, what the fuck? Cause wasn't Spartan over there by like Italy and all that? Is that the Middle East? Sicily and all that shit? I don't fucking know. Don't give me the line. Plus the video clip of characters from the Harlem Globetrotters cartoon. Yeah. Yep, highlighting on series in different interesting way. When they say brown, do they mean everyone with brown skin? Because there are a lot of cultures who belong to that. Hoteps make up history as they go. So what makes him more qualified to bastardize Egyptian culture or really any African culture? And who are brown people again? Okay, some standard Hotep hate. You know, always good for that. I usually get a little annoyed at how pictures are handpicked to fit in perfectly for a guest shark, but this was annoying on a whole nother level. See, people actually live by these Shark Tank shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't gonna lie, I used to watch some of these shows and I used to like be running around the town, running around in other towns in the hotel and shit like that. You know, you get like that generic ass cable. A nigga like me always trying to find CNBC, turn it to Shark Tank, American Greed, fucking rock out like that. Make it do what it do. Keep you on your, you know what I'm saying? Should keep you all fitty. Keep on your pins and needles while you out of town making your moves. Looks like 2D. Totally agree. Felt Mark was still a smart business plan. Shit was fake. Niggas said fuck all that. A bit early in the episode, Cuban called out crowdfunded investments and said he wasn't a fan. Take a guess as to how these guys fund. Hell, look them up. You're repeatedly pointed to their still running crowdfunded investment site. Looks like the deal wasn't enough for them, as a separate campaign has raised an extra $1.4 million to go with it. Also, these guys make a bunch of really bizarre claims regarding their own popularity that is just a bit far-fetched. While I can somewhat believe their claim on being the nation's number one, hell fucking no. That's what I called that shit out earlier. On being the nation's number one black-owned independent comic publisher. I'm not sure that they're also the top black comic publisher in the nation, that Black Sands is not the most popular indie comic in the nation, or that popularly, most bizarrely, that they have repeatedly claimed the most popular independent black content creators in the nation, which makes especially no sense considering the vast varied content creation landscape. Edit, on the crowdfunding page, holds the digital rights to most unpopular series in the black community. Holds the digital rights to most popular series in the black community. Black Sands. Oh, okay, all right. That's what. Wow, okay. Yeah, this dude does a lot of fluff, man. You does a lot of fluff, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a hustler. He's a grifter, man. It just is what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. This is the hustle right here. This nigga said he put on his crowdfunding page, hold the digital rights to the most popular series in the black community. And that's what I'm talking about with the investors. Most of these investors, they don't own no part to this company. I can guarantee that. Shit, the only person who probably really owns something is Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban. I stopped watching after he repeated mentions of the military as yeah, that was kind of wild. I stopped watching after repeated mentions of military as credentials for knowing how to run a business. It seemed like a joke at that point. I know people who served who can barely get through a day to life, let alone run the business properly. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked he only asked 30%. I thought for sure he's going to want to ask for 50%. I thought that too. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? I think they probably really did do a 50% deal on the back end. I can't see them really doing 30%. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? I could see 50. But you know what I'm saying? This dude is just such a like ego megalomaniac and shit like that. He got all these motherfucking little kid gotta prove myself to the bullies mentality that he'll take anything to be on TV and he's gonna pay dearly for it. And unfortunately, you know, it's time to, you know what I'm saying? It's time to have that come to Jesus moment. Yeah, most deals like that away. How was this the product they invested in? This was a bizarre pitch. Once again, my mom was blowing $500,000 for this garbage. The animation they showed is so fucking bad. I don't get how they didn't get laughed out the fucking tank. It was so cheap and cheesy. Maybe I am old and disconnected, but what they was presenting, my daughter who was 22 rolls her eyes when she saw the pitch. I am still dumbfounded. Years ago, I had a roommate that was a high school teacher. She bought these dollar books that was geared towards black teenagers since the characters were black. Most of her students didn't read them. What's the purpose of this comment? Yeah. Before I go into what they say, you know what I'm saying? I think the purpose of that comment is like just because people is black don't mean that it's gonna jump out at the students. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually a good point for like even me, like writing comics and shit like that. Like, yo, just because my shit black don't mean that, you know, that shit could really jump out at students, you know, for real, you know what I'm saying, for real, you know. But you throw it out into the market and you see how the market responds, and it just is what it is. Yes, we need the white racist concerned trolls to speak on behalf of all black people. Laugh my ass off, fuck out of here. Those dollar books weren't from Black SANDS, and maybe that book wasn't just good. Doesn't mean black kids aren't acting black characters in black comic books. So black people don't read comics now. You must be nice to have 90% of all media content geared towards you. It would have been a lot easier for you just say that you don't like black people. Tyler Perry went from being homeless to being a billionaire. Yellow people are fucking serious. Oh yeah. And see, like I said, you know, with black people, we have so much that's been done to us. We jump at these opportunities just to be a part of something, you know what I'm saying? Like just to be recognized and shit like that, but we end up getting scammed and finessed, and this is why I'm here, like, you know what I'm saying? Because these finesses and scams is taking money out the black community, it's messing up our reputation, it's messing up you know, the real people who actually do the work, you know what I'm saying, who just don't know all the right things to say and trying to get with these right people and stuff like that, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know, if you're trying to find, you know, a investment and stuff like that, invest in the person that you feel like, you know, you really shouldn't invest in. They're a little weird, but they're hella fucking smart. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they're a little weird. They, you know, they anti-social. You gotta go through a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go through a little bit of bullshit because they're just so weird and shit like that. But those are people that get the job done. You feel me? They're not gonna bullshit you, and those relationships last a long time. Not these motherfucking hustlers, grifters and shit. You know, I think it would have been more interesting if they had gone back and forth with the numbers and valuation, valuing the IP and the creative medium on property is one of the most difficult things to do. That's a fact. And I am, for one, very curious about why and how this deal makes 500,000 cents at 500,000 30%. Is it just a lottery ticket that pays off big if the comic gets picked up by a major distributor for an animated show or movie, or is there enough juice in the graphic novel market to justify it on that basis? This is perhaps the only time I have ever wished that Diamond was on the episode. I feel like he would have better expertise than Kevin Hart in evaluating whether there's enough demand for us buy us black comic. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Talking about trying to play the suit. Oh, last night or so. He probably is black. Yeah, he probably know about football. Aaron McGruder made a lot of money from Boondocks, but nobody got crazy rich from that show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, that's a brother. Yeah, fuck's that. I felt like they wanted to. Oh, yeah. I felt like they wanted to be like a RYBY. I forgot. That's a comic or whatever. If y'all watching, see, I probably read comics. I probably know what RWBY is, but it's actually like this great comic. Like I think it's a comic because I always see this shit advertised on like the back of like my Marvel comics that I buy and like shit like that, DC whatever. And you see them, like you see this like shit advertised like a lot of places now. It must be like something that's selling. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. It's always fucking marketed. You know what I'm saying? You ever see some shit like, you know, it got to be worth something because you just always see it everywhere, like, you know. And now I'm seeing it here, so who the fuck knows? Maybe I might check it out after I check out Black Sand. It felt like they wanted to be like RWBY or something without any indication that it would actually grow to be RWBY type IP. I think RWBY is on Webtoons too, or one of those like free tune sites, digital drinks, like that Batman and the Family. That Batman and the Family on Webtoons is actually good. I'm not gonna lie. That actually inspired me to really kind of want to produce content on Webtoons and, like, you know, do it in a physical space. So, where did Aaron actually make his money from? His net worth is supposedly $10 million. Oh, Aaron McGruder, that's from Boondocks. You'd have to ask him to find out, but he's been working steadily as a screenwriter and developing some shows such as Black Jesus since the Boondocks days. I would guess he made some money from Boondocks, but not enough to retire on, and has continued to save and invest well since then. Okay. I was actually super intrigued when they said telling the stories of racialized black people before slavery. But black people wasn't a thing before slavery, and also as in black people, like there wasn't the title black people before slavery. And that's a fact. Are the stories completely fictional? I figured they would tell some semi-fictionalized stories about real historical figures like Queen Nzinga or Mansa Musa to highlight that we were powerful empires across West Africa, which is specifically where the majority of descendants of slaves come from. But then it went into a completely fictionalized story of Egypt. Perhaps someone who reads these can be a little more insightful, but I felt like the initial pitch didn't match the content. Nothing wrong with that, but it's cool. I think it's cool, but it's not telling the story of black people before slavery. It's not telling the story of black people before slavery, but rather putting fictional characters in an ancient African Egyptian setting. So I guess this person, Grow Philly, actually purchased one of the comics after all of this, and read it and was like, okay, you just throwing motherfucking Spartans and Minoans and Egyptians in Egypt and just calling it a book. And you know what I'm saying? Not much original about it. It screams barely funded Kickstarter project. What even is this product? I guess it was made for Kevin to bite. LOL, so many clueless racists here. These type of negative Nancy's only come out when it's a successful black business. Dress it up however you want. You know I'm right. Unfortunately, sir, I am way more pro-black than you, and they are right. Shit, you just gotta call a spade a spade. They are motherfucking right. You know what I'm saying? If that helps y'all sleep at night, successful black business, well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. 30% seem like so much. Everyone is saying this was fake, which makes more sense because if you really think you have some next big IP, holy hell, 30% is a ton. And then the moderators shut down the Reddit because they were just gonna keep wilding on them and shit like that. So with that being said, this is the website Black Sand Studios speaking about crowdfunding and making money, and they're raising $1 million in rounds 1 in 2020 and rounds 2. So it says 63,000 right here, right? Am I bugging people? It says they raised 63,000. This is last updated January 3rd, 2020. Alright, so this started, I believe this campaign took place around June 2019. Right? So now when we look at their website, it says raised $1 million in rounds 1 and 2 in 2020, then raised another $1 million in round 2021. Pre-seed rounds, our crowdfunding abilities are unmatched. Our initial press rounds of investment closed very quickly. And I think what they're using to justify these fake ass rounds or whatever is Kickstarter. Or maybe they got other places where they getting back that too. I don't know. I don't know. But that that's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. So okay, that's the movie. What's the other one? That's the one I was looking for right here. See, then one they only got like 8,000, right? So what was this? June 2019. See, are these all for the same? Has been featured on Afropunk, Black Girl Nerds, Urban Intellectuals. I don't know what GOC is. Michelle Obama. Miss Gazelle Godoy, thank you for your thoughtful gift of your books. How wonderful of you, your husband, to not only be the author of books to lift up our generation of thinkers, dreamers, and doers, but also be proud owners of your own small business. I thoroughly enjoyed my time at ALA conference, and I hope you did as well. Again, thank you for the books. Your business and family have my very best wishes. Oh, okay, that's nice. See? Oh man, this This says a lot of things. This says a lot of things. Says a lot of things. Also, noble art upgrade. First Pharaoh manga funded 5 to. And okay, so then these are other books, and I believe this is. I believe this is the first start of the Black Sands joint. Like this whole kind of situation. And you can see this is before people kind of probably figured out who he was in 2017. It was funded 445%. And this is where he was like, oh, this could go. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine starting off on Go like that. 17,000 dropped in your bank account. Kids to Kings comic series. Come on. Like, then he doubles back. Bang. Maury's Family Adventures, Kids International Travel Book. He's a collaborator on that one. Kept it easy for the next one. Still got funded. 121%. Then he hit him with the, yo, I'm gonna hit y'all with the DVD. Black Sands. 63,000. Easy. Easy. Then he come back. Black Sands, second act of season 1. 22,000 on your head top, nigga. How much is that? What's the motherfucking grand total in that? You smell me? 113,000. And we not even adding the 8,000 he did right there, and I think he did like another 80,000, so that was like $120. So he currently at like 120. This is the black and white. Is it a manga form on the inside? Nah, this is some good artwork though. I ain't gonna lie. Writer. The creator of Black Sands universe, Godoy, is a strong narrator of antiquity, combining myths with legends to tell the most culturally impactful stories of our past. Artist. John Raymond DeBard, a young but experienced comic artist inspired by works from both East and West. John Raymond Jr. has taken on projects from children's book illustrations to one-shot manga stories. His work seeks to illustrate diverse characters and deliver moments of dramatic, heart-pounding action. Oh, they were selling character slots, so I guess people could, like, you know, make characters and stuff like that. Editing, fulfillment, fees, 65% goes to art. Oh, okay, I guess this breaks down where all the money gonna go. I ain't gonna lie though. This right here is a masterclass in how you should launch a Kickstarter. I wish I'd have seen this before I did a Kickstarter. I ain't even gonna lie. I just jumped in there and just, you know what I'm saying? I just jumped in there, man, and just, you know what I mean? Just did what I did, man. I can't even lie. I just... oh, man. But, so... Damn, I've been on here for a minute. This is going to have to be part 1, man. All right, you know what we're going to do? Because it's a lot we got to get into, man. It's a lot we got to get into. It's a lot we got to get into on this. It's too much. Motherfucking much right here. Hold on. Let's see how much he raised right here before we get up out of here. And we gonna come back tomorrow or something like that. You know, tag this little bitch ass nigga if y'all want. This nigga says anything weird about me, I will violate that nigga back to motherfucking West Africa, nigga. You tripping, nigga. You know, we just give you some constructive criticism, that's all. Oh, 22,000 second arc. I wouldn't even play this up because I feel like if I play this, the nigga would like strike down my video for a copyright or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch niggas like that. Those are some weird niggas right there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, listen, man. Let's see if the Black SANDS album got funded. Did it? Oh, hey, look at that. Black SANDS album got funded. $1,400. Shout out to them. Shout out to San Diego. Let's see if the Tomb of Black SANDS got funded. What? How you got this whole background? How you did that? Oh, shit. Damn, that shit got funded too. Okay. Let's see. I know I'm ODing now. Well, I can see it. All these shits got funded. So listen, all you gotta do is name your shit Black SANDS and your shit gonna get funded. Oh, okay. These are the unsuccessful ones. Okay, all right. Here we go. I'm like, damn, everything got funded on this motherfucker. Okay, so I guess this guy wanted $5,000. A land yacht for sailing. Ply the sands of the Black Rock Desert. I don't know what the heck this guy's. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Anyway, man. This is what we gonna do. We gonna close out with, check out the Swarthy Nerd podcast, man. Where they expose real motherfucking white supremacists and stuff like that. All suspected white supremacists. Shout out to all my foreigners and all my immigrants that's really riding with the FBA brothers and all that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, my family come from Jamaica and stuff like that, and I go against my own motherfucking family. You know what I'm saying? When they get on that Yankee shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, us as us as American citizens, we gotta unite just black culture, you feel me? Like, point blank period, man, you feel me? Like, and it's not gonna be united by us, doing all this frivolous shit, stealing from other races and none of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, even playing on people's emotions and stuff like that to like hustle them out their money, because our people work hard for that money. Our people work very, very, very hard for that money. Just so if they give you $1, $10, $5 to make your dream work, make sure that every dollar of that dollar is going to the said dream. You understand me? Like, too much of y'all want donations and want to stop working and shit like that. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking donation, nigga. You might see me on the corner, nigga, hustling crack rock, you heard? Like, nigga, I'ma fund the project my motherfucking self, nigga. Like, no, I don't sell crack, but you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you'll see me doing what I gotta do, Uber Eats or whatever. You feel me, my nigga? You might get picked up in a cab. I'm the cab driver. Hey, what's up? Yeah, you ain't the nigga from YouTube? Yup. All that good shit. Wanna record? Give me $5, nigga. I'll give you a motherfucking podcast right now, nigga. Give me a motherfucking beat. Fuck you talking about, nigga? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause we us as black men in America, man, we got it hard, and we trying to change our situation by showing the world that we are great people. We are not trying to scam people, XYZ and the third, and you know what I'm saying. But we all, we all gangster. We not taking no bullshit. You know what I'm saying. So you come correct. You know what I'm saying. We gonna address you properly. We gonna address you with ethics and morals and in the upright situation. You know what I'm saying. But if you come on some sideways, slanted, crooked, corrupt, you know what I'm saying, moving like a slut, nigga, you gonna get the motherfucking broomstick up the butt. What's that? That's the motherfucking Illuminati kicking your ass in the motherfucking back and telling your ass that it's over for that. But anyway, man, it's a motherfucking Most Wise, man. We up out of here, man. This is motherfucking part 1. I'm gonna do some more research, get some more motherfucking materials and all that, because now I'm on this nigga ass, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like how this nigga moving out here, but I'm gonna still keep playing fake. You know what I'm saying? If you don't see me coming and all that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how them snakes move, nigga, because you move like a snake in that BCCFBGRO.